You might look back on your teddy or your favorite doll with nostalgia, but not everything in your childhood toy chest deserves a comeback. And that's because some toys from the 20th century, and even some from as recently as last year, have caused serious harm to unsuspecting kids. These very dangerous toys, which have now become banned, thankfully, are the focus of our video today. Join us as we explore a compilation of the top 15 most hazardous toys ever. Let's get right to it. 1. Easy Bake Oven. The Easy Bake Oven, a beloved Hasbro creation, is a small wonder in the world of kids' toys. It comes with cake mix packets and tiny round pans, turning any child into a mini pastry chef. But in 2007, this delightful toy found itself in hot water. A whopping million recalls were issued due to a tricky predicament. Here's the scoop: 250 cases rolled in, telling tales of little fingers and hands getting stuck in the oven's intricate workings. This, sadly, resulted in some painful burns and, in a few chilling cases, like partial finger amputations. Not a very appetizing outcome. But don't fret. Today's version of the Easy Bake Oven has gone through a complete makeover, with all safety issues tackled head-on. So, you can now let your budding bakers whip up treats in the Easy Bake Oven without the worry of them losing a finger. 2. Lawn Darts. Lawn darts, known by the nickname Jarts, were initially designed for leisurely games on the grass, resembling horseshoes but with a twist. These little steel missiles with weighted skewers quickly turned heads and became the favorite plaything. However, things soon took a dangerous spin as children started to get creative, but not in a good way. Kids started to use lawn darts in far riskier adventures, leading to devastating consequences, including the loss of 3 young lives. After this happened, the red flags were waving high. In response, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the CPSC, made a bold move, banning lawn darts entirely. They also recommended the complete disposal of any existing sets, sending a strong message that lawn darts were not meant for play, especially in a casual backyard setting. Till today, lawn darts remain on the list of the most dangerous playthings, even with adult supervision. 3. Yo-yo water balls. Yo-yo water balls, with their squishy water-filled spheres attached to stretchy cords, face some heavy criticism and safety concerns. Some folks worried that the cord could be a strangulation hazard, the liquid inside might be toxic, and the entire gadget could go up in flames. While the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission didn't officially pull the plug on these toys, a few states and retailers decided to hit the brakes on selling them. 4. Fisher-Price Power Wheels. In the late 1990s, Fisher-Price battery-powered ride-on vehicles, known as Power Wheels, found themselves at the center of a fiery controversy. These beloved toys designed for children's delight turned into potential fire hazards, and 9 innocent children suffered severe burns at the hands of these supposed playthings. To rectify the damage, Fisher-Price was compelled to retrieve a jaw-dropping 10 million of these vehicles from the eager hands of young adventurers. The need for this dramatic action was fueled by a shocking 150 reports of fires, along with countless incidents of toy parts emitting smoke or, worse yet, melting away. The gravity of the situation was further worsened by the fact that some of these vehicles spontaneously burst into flames even when left unused in garages or playrooms, posing a considerable threat to the unsuspecting families. The trouble didn't end there. In recent years, Fisher-Price found themselves confronting yet another unexpected challenge as their Power Wheels Baby Dream Camper faced a recall. This time, the issue was vehicles refusing to cease operation even after releasing the foot pedal, resulting in 17 reports of such incidents. This is definitely one toy no parent should buy. 5. Aqua Dots. Aqua Dots, a smash hit plaything in 2007, were tiny, vibrant beads that could be fashioned into all sorts of cool designs and secured with water. But things took a dark turn when it was revealed that the glue used in these beads could drastically turn into a treacherous substance known as gamma hydroxybutyrate, a highly toxic substance for humans. Consequently, youngsters were caught in a sticky situation, experiencing episodes of hurling and slipping into comas, making this once beloved toy quite dangerous. 6. Clackers. The swinging sensation of the late 60s and early 70s, clackers, was all about two hefty balls, often made of rock-hard acrylic, hanging from a string. Kids swung them to make some noise, but there was a catch. Those clacker balls could become projectile weapons, and that wasn't good news. In 1971, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration stepped in, laying down the law with strict safety standards for future editions of these clackers. 7. The Austin Magic Pistol. The 1950s were a time when BB pistols were considered rather harmless. In the midst of it all, the Austin Magic Pistol stepped onto the stage, setting itself apart with its interesting gas-powered mechanism. This remarkable toy relied on something straight out of a wizard's book: magic crystals, which when mixed with water, would explode, launching a plastic ball over 70 feet in the air. Sounds like a blast, right? Well, it was not. Fast forward to today, and you'll be surprised to know that this once adored toy is now classified as a firearm in many states. Why? Well, the answer lies in the potential hazards lurking beneath its seemingly magical facade. 8. Magnetics. Imagine a world of creativity and fun, where Magnetics building sets were the bridge to endless possibilities. These sets came with plastic pieces, but these weren't just any pieces. They concealed a hidden secret, small yet mighty magnets tucked inside. It was a child's dream, but it soon turned into a parent's nightmare. These magnets, though captivating, could break free from their plastic prisons. And what's worse, they were small enough to be swallowed by curious toddlers. Unlike ordinary objects, these magnets didn't take the usual route through the digestive system. Instead, they had a peculiar habit of connecting through tissue walls, potentially leading to serious health issues. The turning point in this story came with the heart-wrenching tragedy of a 22-month-old child in 2005 who swallowed a magnet, sending shockwaves through concerned parents and health experts alike. The manufacturer, Mega Bloks, claimed they had no knowledge of that incident or others like it. But parents were done with Magnetics, and the toy got banned. 9. Barbie and Tanner. Barbie aimed to teach the ropes of responsible pet care with her Barbie and Tanner combo. Tanner, the dog, had a knack for chomping down on some grub and dealing with the leftovers. But the problem was the scooper accessory had a magnet in it that could break free. And if a kid accidentally gobbled up more than one of those magnets, then complications like intestinal perforation or blockage could result. Not exactly something you'd want to happen to your child after playing with Barbie. 10. CSI Asbestos. Imagine a thrilling episode of CSI brought to life for curious children with the CSI Fingerprint Examination Kit. This kit empowered young detectives to explore fingerprint hunting adventures using specialized powder and brushes. However, it was later discovered that this very powder intended to magnify the excitement contained an alarming 5% asbestos. Surprisingly, instead of promptly withdrawing the toy from the market and heeding the potential health risks, CBS Consumer Products chose to keep the product available until the CPSC was forced to intervene. The Asbestos Disease Awareness Organization, ADO, also took swift legal action to curtail the continued sales of this hazardous kit, which led to a halt in the sales of this CSI toy. 11. Leatherman Children's Multi-Tool. As we all know, kids emulate what their parents do, and so, when a young boy gets the chance to fix things around the house like dad does, he's going to take it. To do that, a multi-tool can come in very handy, unless it's the recently recalled Leatherman Children's Multi-Tool. The tool was designed with safety in mind for users aged 9 and up. But on November 20th, 2014, the company announced that there was a fault in the locking mechanism, which caused the optional knife blade to inadvertently release, posing a laceration hazard for the user. The recall affected 8,000 in the US and 400 in Canada, but luckily the company was able to issue the announcement before any injuries were reported. 12. Slap bracelets. The late 80s and early 90s were all about the slap bracelets craze, but they quickly gained infamy due to a hidden menace, a sharp metal concealed within. This metallic surprise often left children with nasty cuts and scrapes. Schools weren't having it, and so they enforced bans on these hazardous wrist wraps. By 2012, a wave of recalls swept through the slap bracelet scene for the same prickly reason. and slap bracelets have failed to make a successful comeback since then. 13. Kick scooters. Kick scooters, those wheels of adventure, are everywhere, but they pack a punch in the injury department. In fact, the LA Times reports that falls and collisions from scooters and other related products are the most common type of toy-related injuries each year. Moreover, these types of injuries tend to be more severe, with kids playing with ride-on toys being 3.2 times more likely to sustain a fracture or dislocation compared with kids using other kinds of toys. For this reason, it's crucial for kids to armor up with helmets, knee pads, and elbow pads before embarking on a kick scooter ride. 14. Enormous sword-like firework wonders. Fireworks, those exciting and somewhat risky playthings, have an innate charm for many, both young and old. You could say the thrill of danger often adds to the fun. But there are moments when fireworks push the limits, and the enormous sword-like firework wonders certainly fit that bill. These make-believe swords are handheld fountains designed to shoot sparks from their sword tips. Unfortunately, there have been at least 2 instances where the entire sword burst into a dazzling display while the person was holding it. Miraculously, no one has gotten hurt so far, but the risk of burns or accidentally turning into a human sparkler is too significant to overlook. The company's response, as reported by WSBT, includes a full refund for the 1,040 units they distributed to those who purchased them. 15. Sky Dancers Flying Dolls. Sky Dancers, which dominated toy shelves in the late 90s, were rigid plastic dolls with wing-like arms designed for aerial acrobatics. But here's the twist. These dolls sometimes took matters into their own hands, zooming straight into unsuspecting kids and causing eye injuries, busted teeth, cuts, broken ribs, and even concussions. Thankfully, in 2000, nearly 9 million of these flying dolls were grounded for good. And there you have it, folks. 15 of the most dangerous toys you should never own or buy. Have you had experiences with any of the dangerous or defective toys on this list? Also, what were some of the toys you grew up with that would probably be considered a health and safety risk today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.